Today we're taking a look around the Jeanneau Leader 805. This boat's fitted with a Volvo D4 260 horsepower diesel stern drive engine. It's only got 205 hours on the clock. The boat was built in 2007, but it wasn't sold until September 2009, and she was only actually launched for the first time in the water in the spring of 2010. So up until now she's had 4 seasons of use, and it really does present like a new boat. It's in fantastic condition throughout. I think these make a fantastic sports cruiser. It has 4 berths and 2 separate cabins downstairs. There's bags of room in the boat. This one's been sold complete with this trailer that you see it sitting on here today, and she's going to make a fantastic buy for someone. We're going to take a detailed walk around the boat now. We're going to show you all the features and spec inside. We're going to show you exactly the condition that this one's in, and just help you to make a decision on whether you might be interested in this one or not. Taking a look around the exterior of this boat, it really does look virtually like new. There are, certainly down along this port side, there's no evidence of any damage, any scuffs, scrapes. There's nothing at all that I have to point out here. The rub rail is in perfect condition. We've got this aluminium rub rail with a plastic insert, these aluminium surrounds on all the portholes, stainless steel bow rails and things. All that hardware is in excellent shape. All the graphics as well are still looking really good. This boat has been anti-fouled. It's just had a fresh coat of anti-fouling paint as well, so it's ready to go to the water this season. And right the way down along it, they're really well built boats. They've got good chunky marine hardware and things. You know, they're a proper sort of boaty boat. And this one is in beautiful condition all the way around here. This Jeanneau Leader 805 is just over 27 feet overall length, and it's just under 10 feet wide. It's 9 foot 9 inches wide, so it's much broader. We're used to selling a lot of American sports cruisers and American sports boats, which tend to be up to like 8 foot 6 inches wide for being able to tow on the road. This is a French built boat, and because it is a European boat, truth be told, it probably is better suited to the sort of sea conditions and the climate things that we see around the British Isles here and Northern Europe. And part of that is the extra beam that this boat has, and the hull design is very, very good hull. Very stable in the water, safe underway, even if you're using it offshore. And there's a nice pronounced flare to the bow that you can see here, so she throws any spray well clear, cuts through the chop really well, and you walking around this boat, you get a really strong sense of the size of it and the width of it. So it's a really broad boat. Couple of little very minor things I have to point out down along this starboard side. This is the side that the owner tends to park the boat. He brings it alongside on the starboard side. So a couple of very minor scuffs here, up here, and the rest of this whole side is pretty much perfect. The rub rail, there's no impact damage, it's completely unmarked. The rest of the gel looks really good. It's got a real deep shine to it. We give this a light hand polish. This boat hasn't had to be machine polished or anything to bring it up to this sort of condition. It just came into this looking like this. And then the only other very, very minor thing to point out is another couple of very light scuffs here, just below the Jeanneau model identifier. But again, these would probably stand out if we did go at it with wet and dry paper, but like I said, we haven't done that. This is exactly the way the hull came to us. We've literally just given this boat a hand polish. So it's in fantastic shape. The boat has a lovely integrated swim platform here across the transom. We've also got a fold-in stainless steel antique laid boarding ladder, 4-step boarding ladder, so it's nice and deep in the water. It stores, whenever you fold that up, it stores flush underneath the deck, underneath this little fold-in teak access hatch as well. As you can see around here, the condition of everything, again, is perfect. The stern corners are completely unmarked. The rub rail around the swim platform itself, all the way around here, is untouched as well. So you can see, I know the owner of this boat very well. I've known it from brand new. He keeps it in the same marina as me. It's literally like 5 or 6 berths down from our own boat. So I know that the owner has looked after it very well. He knows what he's doing whenever it comes to berthing the boat and using it and things, and he's very particular and very careful with it. So yeah, the condition of everything here is pristine. As I said, this boat's fitted with a Volvo D4 260 horsepower stern drive engine. It's matched up to this dual prop drive, and the mechanical condition of this boat throughout is excellent. The engine bay is pristine, but we'll show you that in a minute, and the drive's in very good condition as well. The rubber bellows are all good, all the little trim pipes, the trim cylinders are all nice and clean and dry. The prop shaft is straight, everything's running really good. Slight bit of paint coming off the bottom of the skeg, just because where we use the boat, it's a very sandy bottom, and there's not a whole lot of water at depth at low tide, so this is really common, but it hasn't impacted anything. There's no notches or dents in the skeg. It's nothing to worry about at all. So the condition of the drive is very good, and then generally the whole bottom itself is pristine. As I said, it's had a fresh coat of anti-fouling paint, so it's all in really good shape. The swim platform of the boat is very deep. It must be, I would say, it's at least 2.5 feet deep, so it's all molded non-skid, so you've lots of room out here, whether you're swimming off the back of it or you know, hopping on and off the boat from the marina. Great bit of usable space. We've got a central ski tow point here, so you can pull water skiers or water toys with the boat, no problem. You'll notice we've got all the way around the boat, we've got huge big chunky cleats, so the big cleats you can get proper decent sized marine lines in through those. They're all in very good condition. We've got a high transom here which is topped off with this teak rail at the back. We've got a pull out transom shower, cold water shower here. Runs off the fresh water system in the boat, so it's working there, just hit the button. We've got a little closing transom gate as well, so you can keep that closed to keep pets and kids and things inside the boat. And then we've got a single level walkway into the cockpit of the boat, and the entire cockpit as well as all to one level, so it's very safe for moving around the boat here. Coming into the cockpit of the boat then, it's got, I think this is a great layout. It's a really sociable seating area here at the back end of the boat. Big wraparound lounger. There's a big table that goes in here. We've got it removed at the minute, it's downstairs, but you can easily sit probably 5 or 6 adults around the table there at the back of the boat. We've got a little port side lounger here coming further forward, and then we've got a twin wide helm seat up at the front. You also get the full benefit of the beam here in this cockpit, because the back end, the walk arounds only extend down to here on the cockpit, so at this part you've got the full width, almost 10 feet wide, and they make the most of that with that big wraparound lounger. There's also tons of storage in this boat. We've got a huge big storage compartment underneath the transom seat, and it's easily accessible, so you can fire all your ropes and fenders and stuff like that in there. You can get to them quickly and easily. We've also got another big storage compartment in here, and then this whole area lifts up to reveal the engine bay, and in front of the engine bay you've got a big laserette with loads more storage space. So there's bags of room for getting all your gear. Even if you're going away for an extended period of time cruising, there's going to be enough room on this boat to accommodate all your equipment. One of the great things about this Leader range, particularly this 805, that I know owners love, is the walk around access up the side decks on both the port and starboard side. Now there is the walk through, the walk around is slightly wider on the port side than it is over on the starboard side, but you do have good access all the way around. The bow rails come up to a decent height as well, so it's safe to make your way forward at slow speed whenever you're underway, and it means that things like bringing the boat alongside, hanging your fenders off the side of the boat, hopping on and off the dock and passing out dock lines to people on the jetty is all really easy, and it just makes handling this boat much more enjoyable. Once you get up onto the foredeck here, there's tons of room as well. We've got a big recessed area on the roof of the cabin, which is all the same moulded non-skid decking, so you can walk around, it's safe underfoot. But you can put a couple of cushions or towels down there, use it as a sun pad, and also you can fish up here as well. So if you're using the boat as a bit of a fishing boat, it's well set up to do. All the decks are fiberglass, you can hose them down, self-bail and all that type of stuff. You could easily fish a couple of people from up here without any trouble at all. Whenever you're anchoring the boat, we've got a great setup. There's a huge anchor locker for a start, so it's big enough to get like a fender or two in there. The boat's fitted with a Lumar anchor windlass, as well as a switch at the helm. We've also got this remote control switch up here at the bow. So drop and lower the anchor, drop and raise the anchor from the bow as well, so you can see what you're dropping the anchor down into. All that there hardware is very chunky, If anything, it's probably oversized for the boat. Everything here is in great condition as well. The hinges, the clips, the catches, the cleats. Again, more big chunky marine cleats. And we've got a central opening on the bow rail as well. So if you're hopping on and off the bow of the boat, you can do that, and you get easy access down into the anchor roller if needs be. The boat has a well laid out helm position. First of all, the twin wide seat is great because you can sit up here, you know, somebody alongside with clear visibility through the screen, keep you company on longer passages. The seat has a flip up bolster, so you can just fold this up and rotate it around, so you can get a bit more elevation. To give you better visibility whenever you're coming alongside, or say if you are pulling water toys or anything like that. The boat's fitted with a full suite of Volvo instruments, so these are matched up to the EVC system, so the electronic vessel control system. We've got our little rotary wheel here on the panel for scrolling through the settings and things on the gauges, and all the instrumentation on the gauge there, the digital tacho. We've got, so as well as the digital tacho giving you these readouts, we've got analog gauges here for the oil pressure, temperature, oil pressure, voltmeter, and trim gauge. We've also got a boat fuel gauge down here as well. We've got the EVC drive trim controls here, and this boat has an EVC throttle and shift, so it's fly-by-wire throttle and shift. The controls and everything on the boat are silky smooth. It's only got 205 hours on the clock, so it's running like a dream. Starts first turn of the key. The boat has really good performance as well for the size. It gets on plane very quickly due to the sort of shape of the hull. She planes very easily at around about 12 or 13 knots. She's on plane, and so you can cruise very efficiently at those sort of speeds. Or if you want to open it up, typical cruise is probably around about 20-21 knots, and top speed, depending on loading and conditions and things, the boat will just touch 30 knots flat out. But it's very comfortable cruising at sort of mid-20s, low to mid-20 knots, and you're going to get a good range at those sort of speeds as well. This one's fitted with a full suite of Raymarine electronics, so we've got an A65 chart plotter and combination chart plotter and fish finder. We've also got a Raymarine speed and depth log here, and we've got a Raymarine VHF radio. It's a Ray 54E VHF radio, so all these are in perfect working order, and just means the boat's well set up for coastal cruising and navigation. We've got 12 volt switches then for our windscreen wiper, bilge pump, the pressurized water pump, fresh water pump, the horn, navigation lights as well, and everything is working perfectly here. Big Plastimo compass as well up at the front, and the Ultraflex steering wheel. The condition of everything's great. We've also got a molded in footrest here, so you can get a comfortable seating position even if you're in the bolster with the bolster up, and you've plenty of room to stand at the helm as well. This boat has two sets of covers. It has a flat tonneau cover which covers the windscreen, and it's just a low cover, goes right over the cockpit of the boat, which is great for if you're using the boat in better weather, or if you're maybe have the boat on the trailer or in storage or whatever, you've got that flat tonneau cover. It also has a full set of camper covers, which we had on the boat yesterday. We shot a quick video actually of them yesterday, the boat with the covers up in position. So I'll show you that video now, and you just see the sort of condition that they're in, and the way that they cover in the cockpit. But they're in good condition, and they do a great job of fully enclosing the cockpit. Whenever they're not in use, they store in this boot which folds in front of the windscreen, and it clips down there, so it's securely stowed in that position. But that's handy. It means you don't have to be lugging the bars out of the way, and it also means you don't have any big bars impeding your access, you know, through the rest of the cockpit. Or if you're using the boat for fishing off or whatever, you don't have to be fighting with those bars. They store neatly out of the way up there. But check out the video of the covers in position now, just to get a better idea of the condition they're in. So you can see the boat comes complete with a full set of camper covers, which are in very good condition, really. Jeanneau don't make the best covers in the world in terms of like the quality of the stitching and stuff, and there are a few places where the stitching, some of the zips is separating away from the covers. I know a couple of people with this type of boat, and as a general rule of thumb, every 3 or 4 seasons you sort of have to get the zips restitched onto the covers and stuff. But the actual canvas itself in this one is all very good. I mean, it's literally, there's 2 or 3 very minor areas that need a wee bit of attention on these covers, but they're still perfectly usable as they are. You could put them on your first weekend you buy the boat and use it no problem at all. All the clear perspex is nice and clear, so you can see out through the screen very good. The covers themselves are a very good design. The bars are great. Good tension on all the surfaces. Full sitting headroom and standing headroom throughout the cockpit here as well. And you've also got little zip access to get out onto the side decks, up the port to starboard side. So you can zip these open, unclip them at the bottom. You can get out and in to the front of the boat. We can open section at the rear as well. So great addition to have on a boat like this. Really extends the season for you. You know, you can sit out here after dark. If the weather turns against you, you can throw these covers up, and they're pretty easy to put up and down as well. I keep reminding myself here to talk about the condition of the boat as well as just the features, because it's in such good shape. I'm sort of spending more time talking on what it can and can't do, but condition wise the boat really is like new. All the upholstery here in the cockpit, completely perfect. All the woodwork around the top of the transom and the side coamings are in excellent shape. We've got little integrated cup holders here, little perspex panel, all the stainless steel handrails, everything up around the helm, the aluminium windscreen surround, all the little canopy clips for the covers and stuff. Everything's just immaculate. It's all working as it should do. There's no defects or damage or anything in here. There's nothing to distinguish this from a new boat up in here. And just generally speaking, as we go through it, the whole entire boat, the condition is perfect. Yeah. To get access into the engine and the underdeck storage, you just have to remove a few cushions and fold this little panel up. This is also where the shore power lead plugs in, incidentally. And again, there's more storage space down in there. A couple of other quick things to point out is we've got a manual bilge pump in this boat as well as the automatic electric one. This is where the manual one is operated from. And then we've got our builder's plate here as well, showing that she's this boat's category B rated, category B rated for 7 passengers, or she's category C rated for 9 passengers. So she can either carry 9 people closer to shore, or if you're heading out offshore, she's category B rated for up to 7 people. So, I mean, that's a testament to the quality, the build quality of the boat and the sea-keeping ability as well. So once we got those cushions out of the way, this is you can lock the engine access in the storage compartment in here if you need to, and then this lifts up on 2 gas assist struts to reveal, first of all, a pristinely clean engine compartment, and secondly, a huge big storage area here. So we've got this big storage bin. You could fire in a dinghy in here, a small outboard engine, fenders, first aid kits, anything. You know, there's lots of stuff that could be swallowed up down in here. So it's fantastic to have this space on a boat like this, you know, particularly one that you might want to go away, spend extended periods of time on board. But I know I have a friend who's got a slightly larger Jeanneau, very similar layout to this. He keeps the dinghy and the outboard down in here, so this you can throw that in here, no problem. The engine itself, as I said, is a Volvo Penta D4 260. It's completely immaculate in terms of condition. It's only got 205 hours on the clock. The owner is very meticulous about the maintenance. It was serviced midway through last season. It's done 20 hours since then, so it's good to go certainly till the end of this year. It was winterized and inhibited at the end of the 2014 season, so the coolant was run through the fresh water system, the raw water system, just to protect it from frost damage over the winter. So it's been fully maintained and serviced, and it's in great condition. There's no evidence of any corrosion around here. It's starting and running really well, and as I said, it gives the boat great performance. Just to give you a bit of a better look down in here, you can see that the bilges are crystal clear. There's no evidence of any oil leaks, any water leaks. There's no high water mark in here. All the pipes and clips and catches and wiring and everything is in a great condition. No evidence of any corrosion around this engine either. And again, this is exactly how the boat came into this. We have not had to touch this engine bay at all. A couple of brand new fenders in there, stored in there. It's a little Volvo coolant bottle too as well. So, but you can see there that everything is just in great shape. Mechanically, this boat is really second to none. One other quick thing to point out in here is the your 240 volt, your shore power switch panel. So this is where you switch on and off your water heater. Got the little calorifier down in there, and the general isolator switch for the 240 volt, and also the battery chargers as well. So again, everything is in great shape. Over on this side we have our battery boxes. They're all stowed neatly and everything's nice and clean and neat and tidy and well put together. But we'll fire this engine up now so you can hear it running, and then we're going to put this boat through its paces in the water as well, just show you exactly the sort of performance you can expect to get. But as I said, boat planes really easily, runs great, good turn of speed, and it's a very efficient, economical and reliable cruising machine. Access down into the cabin of the boat then is through this sliding perspex door, and then there's three wooden steps down into the cabin. We've also got this well-placed handrail here, so you can hang onto that whenever you're going up or down. For what is essentially an entry-level cruiser and only a 27-foot boat, This cabin is fantastic. It really does. I mean, it has the American competition beat hands down, and really the reason for that is because you've got that extra couple of feet in width. This boat being 9 foot 9 inches wide means that you've got much wider, more space down here. It's much wider, and it allows you to have a nice spacious companionway whenever you come down the steps into the cabin. So somebody can stand at the galley here preparing food or whatever without being in the way of anybody else looking to move around the cabin. We've also got a big forward V-berth dinette arrangement here at the front, and then we've got a separate cabin at the back here as well, separate aft cabin, as well as a separate heads compartment. So yeah, very spacious cabin. Everything in here is in perfect condition. The woodwork's beautiful. All the stainless steel fittings, the handles, the catches on the doors and cabinets, everything's working perfectly, and it's really well appointed in here. It's really rich, and not only looks the part, but it's also very practical as well. We've a nice practical galley here. We've got a molded in sink with hot and cold running water. We've got a 2-burner, 2-ring gas hob. So I mean that's great because it means you can use that whenever you're away from the marina, away from shore power. You've still got your cooking facilities. We've got a built-in microwave that's never been used. The cooker doesn't look like it's ever been used either. We've got these nice mirrored splashbacks as well on both sides. You know, just nice touches like that. I mean, show the finish in this boat. We've got a bit of storage here above the counter. Below the counter then we've got an integrated fridge. Looks the part as well, and we've got a bit more storage space, room here for a bin. You can see we've got the little Jeanneau toolbox and all that sort of stuff you get whenever these boats are brand new. And like I said, it really does. Everything there looks brand spanking new. This dinette area up at the front of the cabin is very comfortable. It'll accommodate probably at least 4 adults around this huge big table, probably a big wooden table. The owner has never taken the plastic off it, just to keep it good. So the table's like new underneath this. This is the original shipping plastic. The upholstery's very good. The seat backs are very comfortable. There's storage around the back of the seats, all the way around there. Nice little mirror set at the front, and we've got these overhead downlighters dotted throughout the cabin. We've got a big opening deck hatch here, which doubles up as an escape route in a case of emergency, and this converts into a double berth at night time, so you can drop the table down, put in the filler cushions, and you've got a huge big double bed as well as your dedicated berth in the aft cabin at the back. In terms of condition, as I said, it's all great. The only minor point I have down in the cabin here are the carpets. Now they're snap-in carpets. There's a molded fiberglass deck underneath, so you can lift those carpets out and just use it with the fiberglass deck. Obviously it's a high wear area, and there are a few. They're very light coloured carpets. They're beige carpet, and there's a few little spots there, a few little stains and things. Now we haven't tried particularly hard to take those out. It wouldn't be too. I think most of them should come out, but if you wanted to get those replaced, that wouldn't be a big deal either. But that's the only minor negative point I have to make about the condition of the cabin. Other than that, it's like new. The headline, and I really like the headline on these Jeanneaus because it's all white, clean, nice and light, bright. And this is a pleasant place to spend time. Whether you're down here at the galley preparing food, or whether you're sitting having drinks or something after dark, it's a really nice cabin to spend some time in. We've got a Sony Stereo down here with a tape deck, which is unusual, but it's in perfect working order. And we've also got the 10-disc CD changer in here, so you can use both your tapes, cassette tapes if you have any, and your CDs. This is a big hanging locker as well, so you can hang jackets and life jackets and things like that in there, out of the way. And again, the quality of all the joinery and the woodwork here is perfect. We've got a couple of speakers for the stereo down in the cabin, and another couple of speakers up in the cockpit as well, and there's a really good sound off this. It is in perfect working order. Taking a look at the heads compartment here on the starboard side of the cabin, just beside the entranceway. You can see again, very nicely appointed with this woodwork, chrome fittings, molded fiberglass deck. The whole compartment is lined and drained, so you can use it as a shower compartment. We've got a jab scope pump out heads in there. We've got an opening port light, and we've got plenty of storage and actually underneath that counter. Big counter for accommodating all your toiletries and stuff like that. Storage underneath the sink. We've got that sink with pressurized hot and cold water, and then that doubles up as a shower head as well. You can lift it out and use in here as a shower compartment. Overhead light there, and a towel hook also. So condition wise, again, everything in here is pretty much perfect. It's great shape. This separate aft cabin in this boat is a really popular feature. You don't find this at all on American sports boats, even up to sort of 30-35 feet before you get a separate cabin in an American boat. But the European boats tend to have these, are definitely much better at doing these private cabins. So that means that you can have a bit of privacy whenever you're staying on the boat with say 2 couples, or even if it's just yourselves and the kids. You can take this back cabin, get a bit more privacy, and this one is, because again the width of the boat means that you got great space in here. You got this little pedestal seat at the doorway. You can sit on and get changed. We've got an opening port light in here, storage on a little shelf. We've got an integrated cupboard at the head of the bed, and then we've got a really good sized double extended across the width of the boat. In here you can see the owner's got stored his camper covers for the cockpit, the cockpit table, the table leg, some of the bars off the covers, and also the filler cushions for the forward V-berth arrangement. The actual mattress for the berth itself has been, the owner was telling me he has that at home. He keeps that at home during the winter. So it's at home, but it will be put into the boat. We've also got a great addition of an opening hatch there in the roof, so that gives you again more ventilation if needs be, but also a lot more natural light in there. And you can see the little cover hanging down, so you can clip that over to darken that for nighttime. So again, the carpets in there, they're in perfect condition, and they're removable also, so you can pull those out and for cleaning and stuff like that. There's a fiberglass non-skid deck underneath. So yeah, that's a fantastic aft cabin. For a boat of this size, it's a really impressive cabin. The trailer that you see this boat sitting on is included in the deal. It's included in the advertised asking price. It's an American trailer. The owner previously had an American sports cruiser, and he kept the trailer whenever he changed for the Jeanneau. The trailer is mainly for launching and recovering the boat and for storing it during the winter. The owner doesn't do he takes it from here, a couple of miles down the road to the marina and back again in the winter, but that's the height of it, and that's really what this trailer is intended for. And you're probably not going to want to tow this boat around the country too much. I mean, it's quite heavy, it's very wide as well, so we wouldn't recommend towing it too much. But the fact that you have that trailer for launching and recovering is great. It means you're not going to have to pay lifting fees and things in the marina, and the fact you can also take it off-site for storage, even if it is just a couple of miles. You should be able to find yourself some lower cost storage options through the winter as well. So the trailer's in good condition. It's great, well up to the job of handling the boat, and as I said, it's included in the package. So that's it's just another bonus with this boat. So there you go. That's our 2007 Jeanneau Leader 805. As I said, the boat's got 205 hours on the clock. It's barely run in. It wasn't launched originally until 2010, so it really has only had 4 seasons use. Hasn't been in the water at all this year yet. But having said that, it's fully serviced. The maintenance schedule is completely up to date. The boat's anti-fouled. It's ready to go to the water, and it's a great all-around package. The condition is fantastic. It really is just like a new boat. And if you like these Leader 805s, then this one is definitely worth some careful consideration. It comes complete with the trailer that you see it on, and it has a full set of camper covers, has a tonneau cover. It's got the Raymarine A65 chart plotter, GPS, the Raymarine VHF radio. It's got the depth and speed log, has an electric anchor windlass. All the ropes and fenders are included, and just it's a great overall package. If you like the look of this one and you'd like to find out more about it, if you've got any questions, or if you'd like to arrange to come and have a look at it, get a sea trial, then the best thing to do is get in touch with me. Just give me a call or drop me an email, or you can fill out the callback request form on this page of our website, and I can contact you at a time that's convenient. Thank you very much for watching.